Hi, this is Carol from the AI Risk and Vulnerability Alliance. In this video, I'll give a quick demo of how to use IndieLabel, which is a web app that enables anyone to perform an algorithmic audit. Specifically, we'll be auditing the Perspective API, a tool for toxicity detection that's widely used for online content moderation. When you first visit IndieLabel, you'll be in the About tab, where you can find out more about it. To start using IndieLabel, click over to the Labeling tab. You should create a new model, and you can change the default name of the model if you'd like. You'll be given a set of comments to label. The idea here is to rate how toxic you think each comment is on a scale of 0 to 4. You can also skip comments if you're unsure. Once you've labeled 20 comments, you can click on the Train Model button. This trains a lightweight model that learns your opinions. It takes about 20 seconds to train. When training finishes, you'll see this plot at the bottom of the screen showing the model's performance. My model is in the red zone and needs improvement. You have the option to label more comments in order to improve the model's accuracy. I'm going to do that now. When you click on Fetch More Comments to label, 5 more comments will appear here. After labeling them, you can retrain your model, or you can fetch even more comments to label. After training a model, you can start auditing by clicking on the Auditing tab. Now, behind the scenes, the model you just trained was used to predict your opinion on a much larger set of comments than the one you labeled. And the idea here is to find and explore areas where you probably disagree with the Perspective API. This visualization shows an overview of different topic areas. Each box represents a topic. And the x-axis shows what your predicted rating tends to be for comments in that topic. You can see that I tend to rate most comments in most topics as non-toxic. The y-axis shows how the Perspective API tends to rate the toxicity of comments in that topic. And the intensity of the red color indicates how strongly I probably disagree with the Perspective API. Now, when we're auditing, we want to investigate those areas of disagreement. Now, there's a few different ways to select topics to work on. The easiest way is by looking at the Your Audit Reports panel on the left. After your model is trained, this is automatically populated with topics of potential disagreement. You can choose between them by clicking on Unfinished Reports. And I'm going to choose to work on this topic. Another way to choose is by clicking a box on this visualization or by picking from the drop-down menu. You can also choose to narrow your focus to cases where the Perspective API is undersensitive or oversensitive compared to your opinion, but I'm going to work on both. Once we've chosen a topic, we see a visualization for that topic, and now the boxes represent individual comments. To explore this more deeply, let's take a look at the comments table. Now I'm going to click on the Show button to show my predicted ratings. This is the rating produced by the model trained on my opinions. The system decision is the rating given by the Perspective API. I do see some examples here where I disagree with the Perspective API. For example, this one, I think here bitch is being used in an affectionate way. So I think the Perspective API is being oversensitive by calling this toxic. And this here is a similar example. So I'm going to click the plus signs next to these comments to add them to my audit report. And you can continue paging through the comments here or search for new ones using the keyword search box. Once you've gathered evidence, you can finish up your report by writing comments here. So my hunch is that the Perspective API is simply flagging comments as toxic whenever they contain the word bitch, and it doesn't recognize cases when bitch is being used in a positive way as a reclaimed slur. Now I'll choose the audit category that seems most relevant to the problem I'm seeing. So I think this is an accuracy problem. And I'll save my report. You can optionally also send your report to Avid, the AI vulnerability database. To do that, click on Send Reports, and in the pop-up, you'll see a list of reports that are available for submission. If none are listed, it means that none of your reports are completely finished. Choose the reports you want to submit, and then optionally fill in your name and email address and click Submit. To provide feedback about the app, click on the Share Feedback link at the lower left. You'll be directed to a feedback form. We would really appreciate your input. Thanks for watching and happy auditing.